Hey everybody, Contractor Mike here. We're at the Mark and Chris job again, and a lot's going on here today. What's been going on. So we're going to start here in the kitchen area. So we've got our framing all done, and the stage right now is our rough plumbing and our rough electrical work. So we got all the drywall off, we've looked at everything, we fixed a few things along the way that were wrong. And so we'll start with the plumbing first. So right where I'm standing is going to be the pool-shaped island, and in that island we have a sink, and where there was no sink there before. So in order to have a sink, you have to have obviously hot and cold water to it, and we have to have a way to vent the drain. So this is called an island vent, and that it loops around and then it ties into the vent that goes outside. And we've had to run all this under the floor. Now our floor joists are running this way, and so we had to drill holes, and we're allowed a certain amount that we can drill in these 2x12, so we were well within the code there. And also what we've done too is to put nail plates on top of each of these, so when the floor goes back and gets nailed down, there's no way we can get a nail through that to penetrate that pipe. So as you can see, it runs all the way to the floor. We get it to the outside wall, and right here we have a clean out. You have to have that in the event it gets clogged and you got to snake it out. This will be inside of a cabinet but still easily accessible, so it runs up the wall. Now we want to vent. We vent up here above the ceiling. It trails along here, and then what we've done is we've tied it into the old vent loop here, which is tied into the kitchen sink over here. So they share a common vent, which is fine. Here's our kitchen sink right here. Same deal. This ties into there. All done nice and proper, strapped the right way. Nothing's going to move and shake and jiggle around. So all that's looking really good. So now let's move to our electrical work. A lot of it in here. We've got our can lights in. So we've got to move to exactly where we want them according to the plan above. Now these are the LED cans, and what's cool about these is that you pretty much will never change a light bulb on this, and they put out great light. Now we look at our coffer detail that we talked about before. We kind of wanted to light that up separately. So we got a can light here, and it runs right down the center. It follows that line, comes over here. So it's going to be kind of an accent by itself. And the other cool thing is we're going to have a rope light inside of this, inside of some crown molding, and we can see where that feed is right here at the white wire there. So looking really good, all set to go. The rough work continues, and again, everything gets labeled, so we know exactly where it went. There's so many wires, there's no way you can remember where all this goes. So when he comes back to do finish, he knows what leg is going to the light, so he can put the right type of switch in there. Okay, so let's move to the master bath area. In here, the same stage. Down working in here, we got lights going everywhere. We still got another pancake to put up here. This is where our sconce lights will go. And we've also got some power inside of the cabinet. This is going to be for their electric toothbrushes, things that they don't want on the counter. They'll be able to open up the door of the cabinet, plug in their stuff, and that's where it stays all the time. So we got our tub deck is all in. This is where the tub is going to go. We've already cut out the opening for it. We know it's all going to work fine. And the hot mopper was here today. So we have to waterproof the shower. This is a nice big shower here. And this is actually still hot. If you were here, you could feel the heat that's coming up here. He just left. But if you do this properly, you will never have a failure. And this is proper. So, and the way we'll check that is that we're actually going to fill this with water. The inspector's going to come out, and he's going to sign off on it that it's, meets code and that it's all good. But we also want to know ourselves that it doesn't leak anywhere. So this is a good time to pass something in case it does. So I'll give you a report on that. We're just moving right along in here, and everything's looking great, and we'll check back in a little later. Thanks for stopping by.